The monthly workshop. Corporate Harmony's Positive Presence program is a true plug-and-play format of half-day workshops. Note that you will need a video play capability with a sound card. Get your people into the room and click the video session. The workshop keynote presentation plays automatically. The morning and afternoon keynote videos combined cover one chapter of the manual, being one behavior principle of the positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership. The workshops can be rolled out to a group of 3 or a group of 300. The program workshops are comprised of 21 keynote video sessions. Each session is intended to comprise a half day. It is recommended that you schedule 2 sessions, one morning session, example session 1, and one afternoon session, for example session 2, per day per month. Note, sessions 9 to 11 are the exception, as all 3 of these sessions are intended to comprise the one-day workshop. The program is made up of 3 levels. Level 1 is self-awareness. It's foundational, includes sessions 1 to 11. Level 2 is collaboration. It's relational. It's sessions 12 to 17. Level 3 is connection. It is operational. It includes sessions 18 to 21. A detailed curriculum of the 3 levels of Corporate Harmony's Positive Presence program is laid out in Appendix 3 to this credentialing guide. Access to the program can be found on your private Positive Presence program webpage. The link to the program will have been provided to your executive champion at the time of registration. Please see Figure 2 in the credentialing guide. Your comprehensive Positive Presence Behavior Competencies of Influential Leadership manual can be downloaded to print or to save to your desktop. Each chapter of the manual comprises 2 or 3 keynote videos. Ensure that the previous chapters of the manual are brought to every workshop session, as you may need it for reference. Each keynote video session ends with individual and/or group work that can take anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. This time is for discussion and reflection and is referred to in the video as table time or reflection, and the length is really for you to determine. The dates for workshop sessions are set up in your program plan, which you developed at your kickoff SME team meeting, and you can see Appendix 2 for an example with dates. As positive present subject matter experts, you organize and facilitate the workshops. Every SME team member shares in the leadership and facilitation duties. Also, it's particularly important to work the room during the table time, to record questions and acquire insights. As previously stated, as you share and discuss the workshop learning material, do not be surprised if you are met with denial and resistance. Many of these topics are from relatively new brain research. Ideas are new and different, and let's face it, to be human is to refute anything that's different. Our brain wants to match everything it sees and hears to a previous idea or experience that we've had. When presented with new or different, our brains automatically go into the stress response, whether we know it or not. So in answer to all resistance, yours and others, be ready to acknowledge with something like, I understand totally. It is a really new, different, and exciting concept. And in doing so, you weaken the negative dissonance. Remember, as a positive presence champion, you are for the most part just a conduit for learning. You don't know all the answers. Your role is to lead people to the appropriate resource from which they can find the answer. Every one of us is unique. Every one of us is on a personal journey to acquiring the skill of positive presence. every one of us will use a different path. There is no right answer. Transformational change is a slow process. Some people will click with it right away. For others, the aha moment will happen at some point through the year. And for others, the aha moment will come 2 or 3 years down the road. Research shows that it takes an adult at least 5 times of reading and or hearing something before it will imprint onto the brain and be available for contemplation. As you work the room during the workshops, you will be able to physically see who finds this work exciting and inspiring. Keep notes. Those inspired by this new information will be good ambassadors to help spread the skill of positive presence across the organization. Please note, in some of the keynote videos, there may be a long pause before and or after the table time slides. These will be fixed in the next version release. Each workshop participant will need a 1.5 to 2 inch binder for the Positive Presence Behavior Competencies of Influential Leadership Manual. It is recommended that each workshop participant be provided with slide deck handouts in note page view, 3 slides to a page, for note-taking. Research has shown that reading and writing with pen and paper increases the brain's ability to learn and retain information. Workshop participants need to bring the Influential Leadership Manual to each session, but they do not need to have read ahead. At the beginning of each session, when everyone gets sitting, it is suggested that you move one person at each table. You can have the table participant with the closest birthday to move to the next table, each table doing so around the room. It is also suggested that you then move a second participant to a new table in the opposite direction. This breaks up any cliques that were formed as tables were occupied. During the workshop, ensure that one SME team member takes note of those people who do not participate. Lack of participation may be an indication of behavior style, or it may be an indication of engagement level. Note, however, if a participant holds a leadership position in an organization, engagement and participation should be happening regardless of behavior style. During the workshop, one or more SME team members must visit with each table to help with brainstorming. No answer or idea is wrong, and encourage participation. Also, it is important that existing leaders at the table are participating in open, honest discussion and storytelling. Slides are deliberately numbered so participants can reference their questions back to the slide during question period. You will therefore need to have the slide deck ready after the video has played. At the end of each workshop, before participants have had a chance to leave, try asking them to do the following. In 3 sentences or less, and thinking about the last month at work, write down what's working the best for you, and or what has been your greatest success. And that is a good place to end the day. And now, move on to content item 22.